Alright guys, I wanted to speak about where Summrs is in his career. He just dropped his new single, Marble Forest, and the reception to it has been insane, which is funny because if you've been following him, fans have been actually saying that he was falling off. On top of that, he's matured a lot as an artist, and I feel like he's in a very unique just career-wise, hence the title of this. So let's get into it, starting with Marble Forest. Alright, so Summrs originally teased this snippet on May 8th, and from the get-go, fans actually messed with it. And I forgot what song he dropped, but people were like, yo, when are you dropping Marble Forest? When are you dropping that? And it was clear that this was a snippet that people actually wanted, and he realized that. The snippet was previewed like 2 months ago, or like almost 3 months ago. And for a song to have so much hype even 2 months after it's been previewed, you gotta understand, it's just like a Triller on his Instagram. It's gotta be pretty good. And I guess they realized that, so they waited and they recorded a music video and everything. So on July 19th, Summrs dropped Marble Forest. And so far, it's been doing really good. The music video has like 500,000 almost on Spotify. And this is what really surprised me, because Summrs doesn't really do numbers on Spotify, you know? No offense. I mean, he has songs with tons of streams, but they're usually from like TikTok, or they've been big songs for a while. Marble Forest got 1.2 million streams in like 9 days. That's 100,000 streams per day. It's probably getting 50 to 100K per day right now. And I'm not totally sure if his label is inflating it a little bit and helping them. I'm not sure if he's even signed, because it just says Summrs. And if you look under 10K projects, it looks like Summrs is still listed there. So, but regardless of whether or not his label helped, which seems like they did a little bit, this song is going crazy. All right. Someone said it's fire and ass at the same time. The greatest, peak, goat. I don't know what it is about the song. It kind of reminds me of Summrs from 2019. And obviously his voice and the beat, and the whole vibe of the song is completely different. But I feel like what people liked about that like 2019, 2020 era where he was rapping was that his style of rapping was like unique. You know what I mean? And I feel like in the middle of 2023, maybe 2022, I might be getting the years mixed up a little bit. He kind of fell into like this basic street rap and he didn't really drop too much of it, but that's kind of what it was sounding like. And I feel like fans just weren't really gravitating towards it because, you know, it's just not really what people were looking for. And this song really appeals to just underground fans who want to hear something unique. You know what I mean? The sample of the song, I believe, who were the Zangang and Swisher. Swisher is like a really good producer, by the way. He's like been going crazy. I don't know whose idea it was, but the sample was like, it's like from this Italian film composer and pianist, but they loop like the beginning of the song and the beat is just crazy. The other thing Summrs did is, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like a rapper. He like rap for a bar and then let the beat play for a bar or like 2 bars, and then he rap for another 2 bars and then he let the beat play for another 2 bars. It's just like fun to listen to. Like, it's really hard. The music video is fire too. And in all honesty, it is probably his biggest song since Swing Your Pole. Another thing about Summrs that this song kind of proves is that he really cannot fall off. And this comment on Reddit said it perfectly. Not gonna lie, bro cannot fall off. I thought he was finished so many times throughout his career. People have been saying he fell off since 2021, lol. Even in 2020, which is even crazier. And basically what happens is Summrs changes his sound, he experiments, and he publicly experiments, you know what I mean? Like, not like Doo-Wop Kane, where it's like playing with the auto-tune. It's like, all right, not that crazy, but he'll still like experiment and people will hate on it and be like, yo, this might not be it. And he'll just go and he'll just come out with something crazy, like What We Can't Have, or, you know, did I really just say What We Can't Have? What we have, nothing more, nothing less, you know? What I'm saying is he'll deliver, or Fallen Raven. And time he's kind of proven that he can make like hits, not obviously like commercial Billboard hits, but for his size, you know, he's gonna do well. Like, for example, the song Marble Forest in a year will probably have like 10-20 million, at least I think like 15-20 million streams. That's a big song, and for an artist Summrs' size, that's all he really needs. The other thing is, regardless of all the success Marble Forest has had, his career commercially still hasn't progressed. And that's what some people were saying. They were kind of like hating or I guess it was perceived as hating in a subreddit, but they made some good points. This guy named ASAP Harambe, shout out to you, said 300K YouTube views in 5 days is not a hit. He's still in the same spot he was in 2021, maybe even less relevant. It's over. Okay, it's not over, but he does have a point. In 2021, or like 2022, I would say, really. But yeah, even like 2021, 2022, I feel like Summrs, in terms of awareness, because you gotta think, he's like one of the biggest underground artists, you know? I don't know if you'd say the biggest. It's kind of like a gray area, underground, you know? For example, like Ken Carson was considered underground at one point. He sold like 50K first week, you know? Destroy Lonely, Yeet, they were all considered underground, and some people will still like group them in that bubble. So I'm just gonna say, in terms of awareness, do you guys hear that doorbell? All right. In terms of awareness, he's kind of reached the underground's peak. You know what I mean? And for some reason, these guys had to have like an argument in the comments. This not a hit. Facts. It's doing well for his standards, but 270k in 4 days is exactly. It's an underground hit, but not an actual hit. Seriously, bro, I can't believe that. Are you saying Marble Forest didn't go #1 internationally on the billboards? All right, you just get the point. The other thing about Summrs, so, you know, that's the downside to Summrs' career, you know, like he's big enough and he's built such a cult fan base, which I'm gonna go into later in this video, but he's built such a cult fan base that I feel like he can probably ride it out. You know what I mean? Like, how old is Summrs right now? He's 24. He can probably just chill till he's like 30. You know what I mean? He could probably just do what he's still doing, gradually, like very small increments, increase his popularity, come out with a song like this once or twice, get some more like TikTok hit songs, and just build his catalog and just ride it out. Which is the more likely scenario for his career? Like, I don't really think Summrs is ever gonna go mainstream. If you don't know, back in like 2019, when Wyland signed to Victor Victor, which is the deal he's still in, the person he's still signed to, Summrs also signed to Victor Victor. Obviously, that one very left, and he left pretty quick, no pun intended. And Autumn later would also sign like a one project deal with Victor Victor or whatever, but I don't know why I said that. But what I was saying is Summrs has had chances to go mainstream. You know what I mean? The other thing too is he kind of played his cards correctly if you think about it, because I don't really know how Summrs would go mainstream. It's kind of like, I can't imagine him trying to make some shit that'll appeal to the masses. And if he did, it would kind of like take away his edge. Because Summrs isn't known for having like, I mean, as fans, you know, I'm like, you know, I like his voice, pause, but like, he's not like Giveon or Justin Bieber or Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have that type of singing voice. I like when he raps, but he's not YoungBoy or he's not like Lil Durk. Do you get what I'm saying? And like, I don't know what it would look like if he ever went mainstream. And I think if he did try to do that and go that route, I think it would have hurt him, because he's like the biggest plug-in B artist, and plug-in B is huge right now. You know what I mean? And this whole like underground scene has gone so big. It's not even really underground anymore. Like, it's just TikTok music taste at certain levels or with certain artists, to where there's quite a bit of fans. Like, Summrs has 1 million monthly listeners. While that's not crazy, that's still pretty good, you know? I would say though, I think that the way Autumn has 1 million monthly listeners, but that doesn't mean that they're probably making more, like at least Autumn is definitely making more money than artists with like, some artists with 3 to 5 times that, you know, because their fan bases are stronger, and I'm pretty sure, or at least Autumn owns most of his masters. So that actually brings me to my next point. I feel like Summrs could have just carried his career better, you know what I mean? He could have just moved better in terms of distributing his music and being more strategic with his drops. I know he just explained Marble Floors it was like rolled out pretty well. I know it's just like an underground hit single, but gotta give him his props. The thing about Autumn is all of his music is on streaming platforms. You can go to his albums, you can go all the way back to like 2019. And he's even released all his old like all his old popular SoundCloud mixtapes as EPs on Spotify. I actually just looked at his top 10 on Spotify, and it's just kind of trippy. There used to be this song called Nah, that was like his biggest song, and now it's not even there. But yeah, so all of Autumn's old music is on streaming services, and most of Summrs' old music isn't on streaming services. At one point, it was such a meme that his archive page, which is basically like when fans who want to hear your music on streaming platforms will upload your music to like Spotify or Apple Music for you. So his archive page had almost the same amount of streaming or like monthly listeners as his regular page. And obviously the labels were taken down. But Summrs could have done a way better job at that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he sold his discography or those masters to Victor Victor or something. I don't know what he did, but they're just not up. And as an artist, you know, especially an artist like Summrs, he's gotten better over the years, like Revived is there. But anyways, as I was saying, one of Summrs' strengths is his deep discography that goes back to like 2017. He was named Louis V. And there are actually fans that'll go back and listen, quite a few. And if that stuff isn't on Spotify, I know the people that are the type to like go through it are probably like mostly, you know, people that exclusively listen on SoundCloud, but most people don't listen on SoundCloud. And if someone finds your new plugin B stuff and they want to listen to like, or they're going through your catalog on Spotify and they hear like Endeavor 777 or Bell World or Devotion or even other albums like Isolation or Evolve, there'd be at least some people that'd be into it, you know what I mean? And because plugin B is like more accepted, could be a pretty decent amount. The other thing as well, which a lot of people don't talk about, is in 2019, Summrs brought like 2017, 2018, 2019, Summrs dropped like 10 projects a year. And from like, there was a stretch from like 2019 to 2021 where Summrs didn't really drop like that. Like, he would drop singles and stuff, but he wasn't dropping projects. And I believe the reason was he was planning like a label drop with this album called Intoxicated. If you were a fan of Summrs like 2020, you know, like Intoxicated, people were asking him when it was dropped and it kept getting delayed and it finally dropped and people just thought it was like, all right, it was like some mainstream mainstream type of stuff. It was his first full-length release in 17 months. I just read that off the G. It's crazy. And that was probably because of like label stuff, but I feel like that also that was the first time his career kind of took a little hit, or it stagnated a bit. Maybe not in terms of growth, but just actually, yeah, probably in terms of growth a little bit. Then I would say in 2023, both Ghost and Stuck in My Ways, both projects, even though I feel like fans like them, I didn't really like Ghost. Ghost was like came and went. The albums are very controversial. Like Ghost was pretty much just hated unanimously by like all fans. Stuck in My Ways was like, it was like a split decision. You know, some people liked it, some people didn't. He did drop this tape called What We Didn't Have. Oh, that's why I said okay. Yeah, I thought it was tripping. And that was cool. In 2024, he dropped Before the Raven, and that was cool, but it didn't really get much attention, if I'm being honest. All right, you know. But after like all of this, I think Summrs still has like one really big edge over all of his peers, and that's his personality. So I don't know what it is. You know, like certain people will have like an it factor or like aura, but that kind of means people look at you as cool. I wouldn't really even say that people look at Summrs and be like, wow, he's the coolest dude ever. It's just something about him where anything he does can just be turned into a meme. Like his fits, like he'll get made fun of for his fits being ass, and random pictures of him will just go viral. Like there was a meme for a while about like how soft Summrs' hands were. I guess he could be a hand model or something, and like his nails and shit. And then there was like the McFlurry shit. You know, if you were, I guess, a fan from like a year and a half ago. There's also some like beef. I'm not gonna say beef. It was just like a diss where Summrs dissed this member of FaZe, this guy named Silky, who's already kind of like hated even by that like the streaming community, I'm gonna say. Basically, Blackboy Max was reacting to the song, and they were just like right next to him. I don't know, they're just chilling.
What are you making that face at?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I did ask like have like a lot of summer songs in my shit. Most of them are like features, but like this right here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's the maybe I gotta hear. Let me hear.
10 seconds in.
30 seconds.
My motherfucking drink, bitches look like my curtains clean. Yeah, go to the bank and pull out the francs. I put up cologne in the bank. Yeah,
did he just say he pull out the Franks? Say on God, he just said that.
Benjamin Franklin.
Oh.
Dumbass. You would think for a scam you would know about your money and who's on which dollar bill.
Anyways, before Summrs even starts rapping, Silky just comes in and he just, I don't know, he's just being condescending already. He was like, you know, I got a lot of songs and, you know, some songs in my playlist, like, obviously, like, a lot of features though, you know, like, meaning that Summrs wasn't the main artist, like, he wasn't really a fan of him, but like, trash, man, you know, I was like, come on, bro. And Lacey, who's the, I don't want to be mean, he's like the fat white dude next to him, is like, dude, it's been 10 seconds in. And then you could see Blackboy Max, he plays it again, and then they're nodding their heads and then Silky's like, yo, does he say pull out the Franks? Like, bro, he means Benjamin Franklin. Like, that's such an obvious thing. But anyways, he was hitting it on him for that. And then Summrs called Silky a moron. I would play the response of like Silky talking on stream, but I don't really think you guys care. I think it does show though that like more bot or like just basic fans, they're just not gonna be in Summrs, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? On top of that, there's like one last thing that I would say would hinder his career, and that's like, even though I guess that also fuels it in some ways. Like there's literally a post from 5 months ago saying, seriously though, how the is he so ugly and fat? Did drugs really do this, or do drugs really do this to you? And they're just laughing and stuff in the comments. There's also the thing where he tries to be tough, and this has like been a thing. Someone said, my self-incrimination king. And this was a story. He said, with at TSMBZ, last night got pulled over with sticks and shit. Bro said, get out the car. I kicked them perks under the car so quick, dumped that drink out, my heart broke. That cop was so slow, laughing emoji. Could have had us on serious charges. All right, bro. Why would you? Come on, bro. It doesn't even make you look tough. It's just like, all right, you had. That's like, this is like the least tough thing to be arrested for. Like, I got caught with lean while I was driving. Like, come on, bro. Someone said, this guy actually the dumbest dude of all time. Dude wants to be seen as a street rapper more than he wants to make millions. I can't believe he would publicly post this, straight up ratting himself out. Dude tagged his co-conspirator and everything. You know that Drewski meme where they're like, I'm gonna pull it up for you. I'm gonna pull up the Drewski video.
Convicted felon and it's on me still. Who gonna stop me? Who?
I got you. How many years we gonna give him?
Shit, I think like about 10.
Hold on.
15. Violation. Probation.
Drewski police video. Yeah, bro. Come on, man. And this isn't even the first time he's done this. He like randomly posted the other day on his story that he was like locked up for 2 days. Like what? You know? He did lose weight recently though. People have been saying his aura's been back. I'm not even joking. Aura alert. But apparently it had gone pretty bad at some point. Anyways, I think I've yapped for enough time. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a nice day. Sorry I didn't upload. What the who's calling me? All right, my bad guys. I'm just gonna leave that in. But anyways, yeah, I just didn't feel like recording. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, really it. But I'm gonna try and double upload some days, like make up for it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you had a nice day. Wait, I think I said this part already. Yeah, I appreciate you. Seriously. Anyways, take care. Have a nice day. Bye.